Right now, clear skies across much of the Suncoast, but you can see the rain heading our way. Bob Harrigan will tell us what the forecast looks like for tonight's fireworks festivities.
And preparations are underway right now for 4th of July celebrations, where you can watch those fireworks shows all across the Suncoast.
Plus, where traffic and parking are causing headaches for drivers tonight. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us and happy Independence Day. First tonight, people are headed out to watch some fireworks and celebrate the 4th of July holiday. The weather is looking nice out right now from our tower cam, but some storms are expected to roll in later.
Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with a look at our forecast. Bob.
Well, we had a few isolated cells earlier along the coast as the west coast sea breeze got going, and now that is colliding with this east coast breeze and outflow boundaries from previous storms. Hasn't been too bad near the area beaches yet, but that's going to be changing quite soon. As you can see, again, a large area of heavy rainfall developing well east of I-75 as some outflow boundaries are running into the sea breeze right now, especially into East Manatee County. You can see some there. I sensitized the radar a little bit, and those two came together right there just about a half hour ago. Then notice the explosion of storms as those two met, and we're going to see these interaction of boundaries throughout the remainder of the evening. I think most of the heavy rainfall will be over by the start of fireworks, but before then, I think your barbecue may get a little wet in places. Now, it looks like currently Parrish is okay, and as far as Braden and the area beaches, okay right now, but not the case in Bethany or Myakka Head. Some very heavy rainfall, and there's a possibility with these storms as they get going here. We could see some small hail, gusty winds up to 40 miles an hour, and that dangerous lightning. Now, we have one lone storm that's been kind of hanging around here, but that's not the area that we have to concern ourselves with too much. This is the area that will bring us the big storms later on this evening. Again, you can see the lightning starting to pick up a little bit here with this cell in particular, southwest of Duet, and northwest of Warm Mineral Springs, some heavy rainfall near I-75. And just to the east of Port Charlotte, keep an eye on this. This is going to start to get a little bit intense too as it makes its way off to the west. The slow-moving storms, as the west coast wind will kind of hold them off a little bit and slow them down. We could see some localized flooding up to 2 inches of rainfall in some isolated areas. There's still a potential for severe storms, although we haven't seen any. There's a chance. Gusty winds, I mentioned, could get as high as 40 to possibly 50 miles an hour, and that small hail possibility is in the mix. Now, as far as your evening forecast is concerned, for the forecast, I think for the fireworks anyway, most of the heavy rain should be over. We'll still see some light rainfall lingering, but temperatures will have cooled into the upper 70s to near 80. More in the forecast in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Right now, this is a live look of the Statue of Liberty in New York City. You can see there is a woman at the base of the statue there, a protester, we're told, who has been up there for a while now, and off to the left side of the statue are police who are now trying to talk her down from there.
There are reports that she is occasionally taking off a shirt. We are unsure what that shirt says, but she is waving it every few minutes here and then. There are 3 to 4 police that are trying to climb up the base of the statue, but the woman continues to avoid them. Now, Liberty Island has been evacuated because of this protester who is on the Statue of Liberty. We will continue to keep you updated on air and online at mysuncoast.com.
Now to Siesta Key, where traffic and parking are causing headaches for drivers. The public parking lot closing early this morning. Drivers left circling the island looking for a place to park. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick is monitoring that situation all day long on Siesta. She joins us now live. And Jess, what are things like now ahead of the fireworks tonight?
Jacqueline, Scott, as you can see behind me, this parking lot, I'm in the public parking lot right now, it is completely full. This is the busiest day of the year here on Siesta Key. You can see some cars circling the parking lot. That's because as some vehicles leave, they're letting some other vehicles in. Now, traffic has been backed up across the north and south bridges throughout the day today to Tamiami Trail at several points in time. It's taking drivers about 30 to 45 minutes to get on the island and find parking. Now, at this point, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is suggesting if you plan to come to the Key for fireworks, you get someone to drop you off and pick you up afterward, or you can take an Uber or a Lyft. Now, the Key has quickly run out of places to park, and deputies say they are ticketing if you park illegally. Another option is to take the Siesta Key Breeze trolley that's running today, and if you park somewhere on the key and you need a shuttle. Now, sheriff's deputies are, of course, out in full force on ATVs, on horseback, and on foot, directing traffic and monitoring the crowds.
We will have deputies on the beach and in the parking lot and doing traffic control all the way until after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
If you're coming out here for the fireworks, I suggest that you get someone to drop you off. And of course, those fireworks will be happening at 9 o'clock tonight. But who wants to wait that long? We're going to celebrate right now. But we'll check back in with me again at 6 o'clock, and I'll tell you what parking and traffic is like at that point in time. Jacqueline and Scott.
All right, thank you, Jess. Tens of thousands of people are expected to line Sarasota's bayfront tonight from Selby Gardens all the way up to the Ringling Causeway to watch the fireworks. Police will shut down US 41 on the bayfront between Orange and Gulfstream at 7 o'clock tonight, so you may want to get there early. The bayfront was already a busy place to be this morning. Some people having fun along the water, couples out paddleboarding, and families playing volleyball. One group arrived before 9 o'clock this morning. They picked their usual spot, pitched 2 different tents, and brought plenty of food and drinks, and they planned to settle in for the day. It's an annual tradition they say they've been doing for years.
I've been coming since I was little, and then when we met, we got together. We've been doing it the last, 8 years or more?
Yeah.
What time do you shoot for?
We try to get out here at least in between 8 and 9 because eventually they block off that parking lot, and this is a perfect shady spot right on the water.
Yep.
Beautiful
Fireworks.
view.
Again, 41 closes around the bayfront at 7 o'clock. Fireworks start at 9 and the road reopens around 11 p.m. You may want to park in one of the downtown parking garages. And tonight we're also covering 4th of July celebrations happening all across the Suncoast. We'll take a look at some preparations on Venice Beach and at the Bradenton Riverwalk coming up at 5:30.
Sarasota police are investigating a drowning in Sarasota Bay. It happened near Centennial Park in the 10th Street boat ramp around 12:15 this afternoon. Police say 2 men were swimming in the bay, became separated, and then one of them found the other unconscious. A witness says he was watching boats go by when he heard a man yelling for help.
I yelled at the boat and I said, please go over there and see what's wrong with these guys. And he sped over there as fast as he could and threw him a life preserver. And by that time I saw the guy jump in the water after him, and he tried to drag him to his boat, and the Sarasota police boat pulled up right afterwards.
The man was brought to shore where rescuers performed CPR, but the victim did not survive. Police say he was in his mid-50s and no foul play is suspected in his death. New developments involving a man accused of videotaping people with hidden cameras in his Longboat Key condo. We learned today that Wayne Nat will have to pay to stay in that condo, at least for now. Since Nat was arrested last September, the police department has been trying to confiscate his condo on Cedars Court. But last week, the town agreed to settle its property forfeiture case against him for $30,000. Nat has pleaded no contest to 15 counts of video voyeurism, and he's scheduled to be sentenced on July 26th.
The Northport Police Department is thanking people in the community for their help in solving a hit-and-run case. Last night, the department tweeted pictures of a car and a man that they believe were involved in an accident at the Walmart store on Price and Sumter. A few hours later, police announced that they found that man and charged him.
A military father surprised his wife and kids today at the Brandon July 4th parade. Luke Mellenthin just finished a year-long deployment and decided to surprise his 3 kids at the parade because I guess it's a family tradition, we're told. He says the hardest part of his deployment, missing special moments in his kids' lives, like kindergarten graduation and his youngest son learning to talk. Welcome home.
Welcome home to him. And you know, those videos really never get old. I could watch those on replay again and again.
Still to come tonight in your Suncoast News, while many people enjoy lighting fireworks off for the holidays, some are suffering in silence. Why you should be courteous of those who have PTSD.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the forecast for tonight's fireworks festivities, plus some important safety tips to keep in mind when grilling out this holiday.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small, so Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Nearly 100 million people are under heat advisories across the country this Independence Day, but the high temperatures are not the only concern. Wildfires and dry conditions have some states on high alert, even canceling some firework festivities. Omar Jimenez shows us how the scorching heat is affecting July 4th celebrations across the country.
It's a 4th of July celebration that in many places is now having to be modified as multiple wildfires in Utah, Colorado, and beyond continue to threaten homes. With at least one blaze in Colorado already one of the biggest in the state's history.
The fire looks really bad. It looks like it's big and it's really churning along, and so we just want the people to know that we've got fire crews out there. We're doing everything we can.
It's partly why in Colorado and Arizona, fireworks in some cities have had to be canceled over concerns that dry conditions and strong winds could lead to new fires. And amidst those flames in other parts of the country, heat. To be more specific, heat that canceled a half marathon in Minneapolis. Minnesota isn't alone either. A deadly heat wave began last weekend with reports of at least 8 heat-related deaths in Canada and the U.S.
I think some of the mistakes people make are they lie down, which can actually make your symptoms worse. So what you would need to do is go inside, and people need to go inside and cool off frequently.
In total, close to 100 million people across the U.S. experiencing temperatures of at least 95 degrees this week.
It is blisteringly hot.
In New York City, for example, could see a once-in-a-3-decade heat event. The National Weather Service is forecasting temperatures topping 90 degrees for the city for 7 straight days, something they say hasn't happened in 33 years. I'm Omar Jimenez reporting.
So a lot of the country is warmer than we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on down to Florida. Enjoy the cooler weather. It has been hot here. Happy Independence Day, July 4th to everyone out there. I hope your barbecue's going okay right now, but things are going to change a little bit. Let's go to the maps to show you what's happening. Titan radar picture showing Large area of rain developing along the sea breeze front now, and that is getting quite active east of I-75, already starting to spread west into Manatee County, and looks like these storms will continue to work their way off toward the Gulf of Mexico through tonight. They'll also send out these little gust fronts, if you will, which will cause other showers and storms to break out ahead of them, as we're seeing right now in Terra, and also just to the east of that in State Road 70. You can see that activity just now generating a lightning strike. The outflow boundary came down. It met the sea breeze and really exploded the storms there near Verna, Bethany, Myakka Head. And this rain is heavy, and this is going to cause some flooding problems. We already have some flood warnings in effect for the, again, the Manatee River at the Myakka Head. Again, they're getting possibly up to 2 inches of rainfall on top of that. Here's the rain now near Terra. This is I-75. We have State Road 70. Braden Run not getting much rain, some light rain now, but more on the way. Linger Lodge Road, some pretty heavy showers there. Not much lightning yet with that cell. And the one here North River Road, just to the west of Warren Mineral Springs on US 41. That is getting close to generating some lightning. It's pretty close to 30,000 feet, but right now we haven't seen a lot of lightning with that, but be careful around that area. This one definitely at 40,000 feet, and you can see our live lightning tracker now indicating lightning starting to get a little bit more intense there, just northwest of Myakka City, as that storm pushes slowly now to the west at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Other showers starting to pop up. There's one lightning strike that just occurred, and another one just there. And even Storm Tracker indicating some small hail possible with this cell as it makes its way to the west. Yesterday we had some hail pea-size into Parrish reported. The rain up here into St. Petersburg and also into Tampa was rather strong. And then notice what happened. The storms blew up behind it, and we still have some lingering showers behind it. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. So once this heavy weather moves through, there could still be some light rain behind the system that we could see some possible showers up until around 8 o'clock or so. The upper level low and mid-level low will move off slowly to the west. We'll still see some showers and storms tomorrow break out, and some of that activity could be rather strong. I don't think we'll see as much coverage tomorrow as we've seen over the past couple of days, but they'll still be around. We are anticipating a 40% chance for storms. In the tropics, here's what's going on. Very active right now. We have a system that could develop, has a 60% chance developing south of Bermuda. This one too looking more and healthier on the satellite imagery as it tracks off to the west. The one near Bermuda has a 60% chance developing into the next named system. If it were to develop, it would move off basically to the northwest, then the north and northeast as a front pushes it out into the Atlantic. This one has a 30% chance developing. A lot of times these systems, as they get close to the South American coast here, they get blown apart because of the strong winds coming off the coast there. And it looks like in about 7 days from now, it'll get blown apart. So the chance of it developing at 30%. 88 degrees right now. Heat index at 93. That's near the airport, and showers already starting to move in. Tomorrow's forecast calling for more of the same with scattered mainly afternoon storms and a heat index up near 100 degrees. Temperatures, we heard about it, they are hot. Detroit 92, 91 in Toronto, 90 now in Cleveland, and Kansas City at 91, 90 in Denver as well. The forecast for boaters tomorrow looks good. The winds 5 to 10 knots, southeast turn to the southwest, and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The forecast then calling for scattered showers on Thursday, not as many, but there'll still be some around. A slight chance on Friday. Better chances for scattered storms on Saturday and Sunday. In fact, 40% chances right through Wednesday, and high temperatures warming to near seasonal averages each and every afternoon. We'll have temperatures warming up as far as feels like temperature goes to 100. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's get a check on our first alert traffic right now. We are checking on Siesta Key, where we have the, people have been out there at the beach all day, and then there's fireworks tonight. We're seeing backups along Midnight Pass Road and Siesta Bayside Drive. Slow going on and off the key, but as you can see, once you get to Stickney Point, things clear up from there. Jacqueline?
Scott, in health news tonight, when it comes to celebrating the 4th of July, for many, fireworks are an annual tradition. But according to an emergency department physician at the Cleveland Clinic, doctors see a fair share of fireworks-related injuries this time of year. Common firework-related injuries include injuries to the hands, eyes, and face, and even the eardrum from loud explosions. Doctors say anytime an injury occurs, it is best to seek care right away. And while many are outside tonight shooting fireworks and having a good time, there are some who may be suffering in silence behind closed doors with PTSD. People can develop post-traumatic stress disorder after experiencing or witnessing a life-threatening event. The disorder has a huge effect on veterans during today's holiday. The sound of fireworks can be very similar to the sounds of gunshots and can set off a PTSD attack. So during your celebrations tonight, make sure to be mindful of those who you may affect. And today is considered to be one of the biggest grilling days of the year. But before you throw a few hot dogs on the grill, there are some important safety tips to keep in mind.
First, make sure you start with a clean grill. Get it at least 10 feet away from the occupancy or the house or wherever you're doing some grilling, so there's nothing near or around it that could catch on fire. And you do want to make sure that when you are grilling, first, especially in a gas grill, keep the lid open when you're lighting it. You don't want the gas build up and here you are trying to ignite it and then all of a sudden it lets go.
Hartley also says not to grill underneath a carport or an indoor patio. When it comes to cleaning your grill, doctors recommend using a Brillo pad, stone or bristleless brush to clean it before you cook this holiday. Coming up, a suspect shoots at officers through a window during a car chase. A look at the aftermath of that incident. Plus how this car ended up in a sinkhole in Minnesota. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
The fireworks tonight at the Bradenton River Walk won't get started until just after 9 o'clock, but in the meantime, a big concert is going on right now across the bridge at Sutton Park in Palmetto.
ABC7's Taylor Torregano is live there now with the festivities and a look at firework preparations. Taylor?
Happy 4th of July, Jacqueline, Scott. You can see locals behind me are having the time of their lives here at the concert, but I also got an inside look at the big finale, the show that they're going to see tonight. Take a look.
4th of July, American flag,
means a lot.
A special thanks to the veterans like Roland Nadeau for the freedom of our country. He and many others piled into Sutton Park early for the concert, food, and fun.
I enjoy the concerts every year.
Of course, even at 3 p.m., everyone was most excited for the fireworks.
Yes, I'm very excited about the fireworks. It's been a while since I've seen some.
One at a time, and there's 10 that go off in a row.
Justin Tracy is the lead technician for this show. He says there are well over 1,000 fireworks, 100 different kinds, and everyone watching is in for a treat, rain or shine.
If it's a downpour, we can't shoot, but it will leave it covered, and then once it slows down, like to a light drizzle, then we can shoot.
Across the pier, Pier 22 was preparing for their event, an extensive VIP buffet with 4th of July drinks, decorations. They thought of just about everything for their 450 guests.
The fireworks it's literally like right above our heads, so it's pretty amazing.
If you don't have a spot here already, these seats for the show have been booked for weeks.
You've come out here and done the fireworks here once, you don't want to go anywhere else, so it's pretty cool.
But you're always welcome along the boardwalk. Just make sure you're there a little early. Over 8,000 people are expected to come watch the 9 p.m. show.
If you can make it here, you should make the effort.
Now, the firework tech spent 3 days putting this 20 to 30-minute show together, and it's expected to be a good one. I'm live at Sutton Park. Taylor Torregano, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Taylor, thank you. Looks like a fun time out there. Well, Los Angeles police releasing the dash cam video of a suspect shooting at officers during a car chase.
Yeah, this happened as officers went after a car that was reported stolen. Take a look here. Police say one of the suspects leaned out the window and shot at officers with a shotgun. The incident led to an officer-involved shooting. The officers ended up crashing their cruiser, but they were not injured. 2 suspects were later arrested. One of them was treated at a hospital. 34 people are dead after a ferry capsized off the coast of Indonesia yesterday.
155 people survived, and the country's disaster spokesman says evacuation efforts are now complete. Indonesian state media says a leak on board the ship is believed to have caused that accident. A 16-year-old drove into a sinkhole in Minnesota after heavy rains washed out a roadway. The teen had to climb out of his car's back window to get out. The Renville County Sheriff's Office says the sinkhole was formed after a culvert beneath the road was washed out. Luckily, that teen was not injured. Still to come on your Suncoast News, where red tide is causing problems, stopping people from coming out to celebrate the 4th of July.
Plus, several doctors accused of accepting kickbacks in return for prescribing a dangerous drug. How they fraudulently billed taxpayers tens of millions of dollars.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins.
To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.